Hello everybody, it's the Crypt Keeper here, and this StarCraft matchup is a 2 versus 2. It's all Terran except for my teammate who is the Protoss, and in this game I'm actually going to show you a strategy that's worked very well for me in a lot of 1 versus 1s. In fact, I won 4 games in a row with this strategy. Now, granted, I lost most of my placement matchups, so I'm in the very lower level Bronze League. So I'm playing against players who must have lost all their placement matchups as well. So not very high level gameplay here, but I'm going to show you this strategy, and I'm also going to talk about how you can counteract it. So, yeah, like I said, I won 4 games in a row with this strategy. One of those wins was because of a lost connection, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm going to show you the starting build order. Start with your 9 supply depot and 11 or 12 refinery. Anyway, this is a very gas intensive strategy, so you're going to want to get that second refinery up as soon as you can too, but not too quick. So there we go, I'm starting my first barracks there, and that takes a while to complete, and you can't build your factory until your barracks is complete, and you can't build your starport until your factory is complete. So you're going to want to get those 3 buildings built as fast as you can. Now, I didn't get it done quite as quick as I probably should have here, but it still worked. So now I'm putting down my factory, and the barracks that I built, you're gonna want to slap a tech lab on there and start pumping out, I don't know, 4 or 5 Marines just to get some ground defense, because while you're teching up to this strategy, you're not gonna have a lot of ground defense. So make sure you're pumping out Marines while your factory and your starport is building. That way you'll have a little bit of defense. So there, now my factory's done, and I'm putting up my starports. Now the key to this strategy is actually switching your barracks and your starport, as I do here in a moment. So there we go, I'm lifting off my barracks and my starport, and I'm switching them so that I can put the tech lab on my starport, just so that I can start pumping out Banshees right away. Also, I'm going to be researching that cloak. Now, you should get about 2 Banshees out by the time your cloak finishes researching. So there we go, and I put a reactor core on my barracks just so I can keep up with the ground defense. There you see the opponents actually comsatting right on my starport, so I guess I could have moved that building a little bit off to the side just so that they didn't see it in the comsat, but it doesn't matter. By then it was too late. So there we go, my Banshee's just sitting there. Another good idea is to make the rally point for the starport right outside your opponent's base, where it's kind of in the shadows where they can't see you. That way you can attack a lot quicker. So I've got my orbital command up, and I'm just mining minerals as fast as I can. And I send out my 2 Banshees here, and they're going to go right outside the opponent's base, and I cloak them. That poor Marine has no chance. So I'm inside the opponent's base here, and I'm ready to do some damage. I see a factory and a bunch of other stuff up, but I decide to go right for the mineral line. That's what you should do. And I park right on top of the mineral line, and this Terran player has no defense against this. Now, one of the ways to counteract this strategy is actually to build an early missile turret, or even 2 or 3. Because I've tried this strategy before, and Terran players who had a missile turret up were able to fight this off very well. Another alternative is Ravens. So if you got a starport yourself, pump out some Ravens, and they'll be able to counteract the Banshee's cloak. So the opponent's doing the right thing there, comsatting on my Banshees, but his reinforcements are far, far away at this point. In fact, he has no reinforcements, and his teammate actually has to send in his reinforcements just to fight this off. So there we go, 2 Banshees single-handedly taking down an entire command center and 2 refineries, as well as many SCVs there. And these noob players are sending in Marauders who can't attack air. There you see 2 Hellions being brought in who can't attack air, so very, very futile attempts to fight this off. And if we even look at the Banshee that's left, after it kills that Marine, there we go, 17 kills on that one Banshee, and it has 14 HP left. And the Marines finally take it down. So there's a very good early strategy if you're going to be Terran. Most players really aren't counting on counteracting that cloak. And there you see Cool Boy actually gives me control of his troops, his entire army, while he concentrates on macro, because he's confident enough that I'm doing well in the enemy's base that he's giving me control of all his army. So he obviously wants to concentrate more on his macro, so I'm controlling his stalkers and zealots right now. That's cool. I didn't even know you could do that. And I wait for my cloak to return, and then I send them in one by one. As you see there, they devastate 3 Marauders and 2 SCVs. Just, there's nothing you can do. And then I just begin taking out that factory, and I just park it right there, and he leaves the game. So that's really bad. I cheesed the hell out of that guy, and now it's 2 players against 1. I have to hand it to Boss here, who still keeps fighting after his teammate quit. So a valiant effort from our opponents here as he's controlling his teammates' buildings, bringing them over to his base, but it's 2-on-1 at this point, so like I said, props to him for actually putting up a fight. Most players probably would have quit at this point. So as I was attacking with the Banshees in his base, I was actually making more reinforcements. But if your Banshees do get taken out, I mean, you're gonna have more to send in there right after that. And there we go. There's the final battle, and probably wouldn't have been an easy win if it wasn't for my Cloak Banshees. I'm going to be careful not to use that strategy all the time, because I'm sure most of my friends are going to be watching this, and if we play together sometime, they'll know that's exactly what I'm going for. But nonetheless, this is a great strategy. If you're a Terran player just starting out, I would definitely suggest trying it out. That's all for this video. Hey, thanks for watching, and see you guys later.